Now on Sunrise and streaming on crossroadstoday.com. Big changes are coming to a local university as a bill transferring the school reaches the governor's desk. A ruling from a federal judge clearing the way for a government agency to access some of the nation's most sensitive financial systems. SpaceX pushes the boundaries of space travel, but not without setbacks. What went right and what went wrong during Starship's latest test flight.
Take a look at the Crossroads radar. I'm seeing rain showers and thunderstorms, some heavy now near Palacios and offshore from Port O'Connor. More headed our way from the west. What are the chances today and the next several days of more rain in our area? We'll take a look coming up in the forecast.
And UHV softball reveals 2 stars to the NAIA All-Region team, and a new Crossroads Sports Center opens up in Victoria. I'll talk about both of these things coming up in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning, Crossroads, and welcome to your Wednesday.
Wednesday already.
A wet Wednesday for a lot of people on the coast.
To say the least, yes.
So hopefully you're staying safe out there. There is a flood advisory.
It's a flash flood warning in effect.
Flood warning.
That means that radar indicated enough rainfall has fallen in Calhoun, Refugio, and also Francis counties to say that flash flooding could be occurring. More than likely it is in those areas. So please stay home, the best thing to do until the conditions improve. But we're seeing the rainfall still coming into Calhoun County and along the coast immediately. The heavy rain now moving toward Palacios area, as you see right there in Bay City. So I wouldn't be surprised if I was seeing a flash flood warning in effect for those counties before too much longer. So we have moderate rain now, Port Lavaca to Seadrift to Port O'Connor, and down south from there toward Refugio and also Aransas. And we see here, this is a severe thunderstorm watch, in effect, for the counties you see there in the yellow, which does include B County until 8 a.m. So we're dealing with a lot this morning. The rain's still coming on through, but we're seeing some drying conditions before too much longer. So we'll take a look at that a little bit later on to give you an idea of what to expect. And 70 to 75 degrees and raining in Victoria, as you see right here. A flash of lightning in the background. More than likely we'll see that before too much longer here, every few minutes or so, at least maybe a little quicker than that. With humidity quite high, 96%. More rain headed our way. Yes and no. Give you the details on that and explain why I said that a little bit later on in the full forecast to come. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. The transfer of UHV to the A&M system is moving forward as the governor signed the bill transferring the university on Tuesday. Senate Bill 2361 passed the legislature last week. The Texas A&M University system will formally start the transfer of UHV on June 1st, with a transfer scheduled to be completed by September 1st. UHV President Bob Glenn put out this statement saying, "This is an exciting new chapter for the university. We are looking forward to blazing new trails and working with our new A&M colleagues in the days ahead." Chancellor John Sharp of the Texas A&M University system sent us this statement saying, "Victoria has long been a community of promise and potential, and we are honored to have the opportunity to help this campus grow into one of the premier universities in Texas. I am especially happy that an A&M system university will be in my home county. It's been a dream for a long time." The University of Houston Victoria opened in the fall of 1973. UHV became a 4-year institution when it was granted the ability to admit freshmen and sophomores in the fall of 2010. UHV is joining one of the nation's largest university systems with 11 universities and 8 state agencies and a budget of more than $7.3 billion. Through a statewide network, the Texas A&M system educates more than 165,000 students and makes more than 25 million additional educational contracts through service and outreach programs each year. Victoria ISD Superintendent Sheila Collazo is looking to improve the future of elementary and middle schools in the Crossroads area. Collazo is looking to recruit teachers from 3rd to 8th grade to boost the learning of reading and math. The action item is approving $10,000 for each teacher since some campuses have not performed well.
Our ultimate goal is that as a district, we're performing at very high levels. What that means is that every single campus has to improve so that we achieve expected results at the district level.
Collazo is aiming for performance to rise within the next 2 years and is willing to support schools every step of the way. A federal judge has ruled that the Department of Government Efficiency can now access sensitive Treasury Department systems, which handle trillions of dollars in payments and private information for millions of Americans. The judge's decision comes after the Trump administration established a process to train DOJ staffers and prevent improper data disclosures. Earlier this year, 19 states filed a lawsuit to block DOJ from accessing these payment systems, but the judge's ruling clears the way for DOJ to proceed. And now let's get a look at our viewer poll. We want to know, do you agree with DOJ having access to sensitive Treasury Department systems? Okay, let's take a look. 35% of you say yes, and 65% of you say no. Come to crosswordstoday.com/vote to take part in our viewer poll. A new achievement in the push to travel to Mars. Elon Musk and his company SpaceX have achieved new heights after a crucial rocket launch, but it was far from smooth sailing. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the details.
This morning, SpaceX is inching closer to its goal of deep space missions, but its latest test flight shows that progress comes with risks. Liftoff last night was textbook. The booster's 33 engines ignited, blasting the 400-foot Starship into the sky over Texas. The booster separated, clearing one of the biggest hurdles. But once in orbit, Starship failed to deploy its test payload, 8 dummy satellites, when a side hatch jammed. Then came a leak in the fuel tank.
We've been dealing with some leaks on the ship. This is also what led to that loss of attitude control. So at this point, we are kind of in a spin.
Well, that's a fascinating angle.
Cameras showed Starship spinning out of control as it re-entered the atmosphere, breaking apart over the Indian Ocean. Despite the failures, the launch marks the first time one of Elon Musk's Starships, intended for travel to the moon and Mars, flew with a recycled booster. There were no plans to catch the booster with giant chopsticks like previous launches. It was supposed to splash down intact, but it broke apart as it fell back to Earth. Before breaking apart, Starship made it farther into space than ever before. Its 2 previous launches ended in explosions just minutes after takeoff.
Just the fact that we got it into space, that was just a really big moment.
Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Chaos erupted at a U.S.-backed aid distribution site in Gaza on Tuesday, where thousands of Palestinians rushed for food. 1 person was shot dead and 9 wounded. Crowds broke through barriers, prompting Israeli troops to fire warning shots and U.S. contractors to temporarily withdraw. The Israeli military said it only fired warning shots outside the compound and denied any aerial fire. The incident follows an 11-week Israeli blockade that has pushed over 2 million Palestinians closer to famine. Chaos at the aid site comes as this morning marks 600 days of the Israel-Hamas war. Families of hostages and activist groups mark the day with protests calling for their loved ones to be returned. At least 58 hostages are being held in Gaza, with at least 20 believed to be alive. Remember, follow us on YouTube, Crosswords Today. Hit the like button and click the notification bell. Let's get a look at our clock. It is 6:38 on our Wednesday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up next on 25 News Now Sunrise. A new project is on the horizon for Victoria after a recent vote. Changes are coming that could shape the community's future.
I'm ABC's Perry Russom in Washington. Public health officials with a warning as the CDC changed its guidelines for the COVID vaccine. That story coming up.
Storms moving into the city of Victoria as we speak. In addition to the flash flood warning in effect at 8:15 for Calhoun County, Refugio, and Aransas County. More storms headed our way. What's the chance of them lasting all day? We'll find out coming up. Good morning. Current time is 6:41, and looking at the radar, we've been watching it all morning, and it's been quite active, as you know. We're seeing light to moderate rain now in Calhoun County, reducing somewhat with all the heavy rain that was earlier over the county now to the east near Palacios. It points east from there. And a rather heavy storm headed toward Victoria right now as we speak, moving in from the west along Highway 59 and 77. And so we're expecting to see that in here in the city moving on through as well. Could be some ponding on the roadways with that one. Following behind that is a pretty more significant line of storms heading in from the west. The counties you see there in the yellow, including B County, that is a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 8 a.m. for those locations. Looking at the future tracker, best chance of storms to see today are along the coast where they currently are happening now. And now we're moving on through and giving us a little bit of a break coming up after about 12 noon or so. So I think we'll see some peaks of the sun, maybe some sunshine under partly cloudy skies by the rest of the time period today. And then maybe some more redevelopment again as the front continues to work its way southward in the northern parts of the Crossroads region. So don't put your umbrellas away just yet, because there'll be rain chances again for your Thursday. We'll finally take a look at that full 7-day a little bit later on to give you an idea what's going on the rest of the week and the weekend.
All right, happy Wednesday morning here, Crossroads. And yesterday, the NAI revealed their all-region softball selection. 2 came right here from Victoria. First with Claire Blinka. She was named to the first team all-region for the 2nd straight year in a row. And then junior pitcher Audrey Sias, she made her first ever second team selection there, having a career 69 strikeouts, 11 wins, 2 saves, and a 3.18 ERA and just 28 appearances there for the Lady Jags. And congrats to the Port Lavaca native there, Claire Blinka, and the Harlingen native Audrey Sias being named to the NAI all-region teams. Now over to another summer league that's happening here at the new Crossroads Sports Center opening up here a couple months ago. In this new sports complex, the basketball and volleyball training facility area, and we'll have daily pickleball play as well. So if you want to hear more about this center that's going on, go to crossroadsportscenter.com to get your child involved at the complex, which will be located at 3034 Kerr Boulevard near Victoria West High School. This is Max Williams, 25 News Now Sports.
Now to a significant change in CDC guidelines, the change now being questioned by public health leaders. ABC's Perry Russom is in Washington with the details.
This morning, public health officials questioning Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s decision to no longer recommend COVID vaccines for healthy kids and pregnant women.
Children and pregnant people are particularly vulnerable to COVID illness. COVID vaccine is safe and it's effective, and it's a much safer way to learn the immunity of COVID.
Kennedy, a vaccine skeptic, making the announcement yesterday after repeatedly saying during his confirmation process he would do nothing that makes it difficult or discourages people from taking vaccines.
I couldn't be more pleased to announce that as of today, the COVID vaccine for healthy children and healthy pregnant women has been removed from the CDC recommended immunization schedule.
Kennedy standing alongside the FDA commissioner.
There's no evidence healthy kids need it today, and most countries have stopped recommending it for children.
But the leading OBGYN association warning it is very clear that COVID-19 infection during pregnancy can be catastrophic. The Trump administration now accused of bypassing the traditional independent review process, including recommendations from medical experts.
This decision was made without any input from the typical groups that provide guidance to the FDA around vaccination decision making. And as far as I can recall, and I've been in practice over 30 years, that sort of process has not been undertaken before.
Medical experts say the new guidelines will remove a healthcare choice for families and impact access, as some insurance companies could opt not to pay for the vaccine. Perry Russom, ABC News, Washington.
With Proposition A passing in the May election, the Victoria Community Center is back on track to begin construction in March of next year. The expansion and renovation of the center will host concerts, livestock shows, and banquets. Part of the funding for the renovation and expansion will come from a 2% increase to the existing hotel occupancy tax and a new 5% tax on rental vehicles, which will go into effect October 1st. City Manager Jesus Garza says he's very adamant about sticking to the timeline.
I think it's exciting, right? I mean, it's just all very exciting because the facility, once completed, we will be able to attract and retain events that we just currently can't attract.
Garza says the design contract will begin next month. It's graduation season, and we're continuing to congratulate the class of 2025. Congratulations to Abriana from Cuero High School. Congratulations, we're so proud of the accomplishments you have achieved, and we will be there to support you in your future endeavors. Love from Mom, Dad, and D'Angelo. Congratulations to Brendan from John C. French Elementary. I am so proud of you, baby boy. I love you so very much. I can't wait to see you graduate from kindergarten. Love from Mommy. And congratulations to Dalen from Victoria East High School. Congratulations on earning your high school diploma. We're so proud of you, and we look forward to seeing all that God has planned for you. Best wishes at UT Arlington as you study aerospace engineering. Reach for the stars, and always remember that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. We love you so much from Dad, Darren, Mama Cynthia, Camry, Grandma Darlene, Grandpa Daryl, and your entire family. Congratulations to Elijah from Victoria ISD Success Academy. We're so proud of you. We can't wait to see what the future holds for you. Love from Mama, Brother, Nana, and the rest of the family. You can go to our website now through June 13th to submit a photo and a heartfelt message for your graduate, and we'll feature your local grads on air and across our social media. It's our way of celebrating the class of 2025 with you. Just head on over to crosswordstoday.com, click on the entertainment tab, then select contest to upload your tribute and share your pride. The time is now 6:47 on our Wednesday morning. Still to come on Sunrise, a new report out this morning signaling troubling news about the planet's future. What experts are saying. All right, it is time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Joe Angel. Happy 10th birthday, son. Love you from Mom. I know you will be in shock seeing your picture here. We always watch the news together before school.
All right, happy birthday to Antonio. Happy 4th birthday, graduation day, baby. Have a great day. We love you.
Happy birthday to Natalia. Happy birthday, Natalia. Love from your parents and sisters.
And also happy birthday to Callie-Ann. Happy birthday, Callie-Ann. Hope you have the most perfect day.
And happy birthday to Kylie Minogue, the Australian singer known for hits like The Locomotion and Can't Get You Out of My Head, is 57 today.
Wow, okay, very nice to see your birthday. Where's live on 25 News Sunrise? Go to crosswordstoday.com, click on the drop-down menu, then click the home tab and see submit your birthday photo right there so you can submit it to us.
All right, thank you, Trey.
You're welcome.
And the time is just about 6:49 on our Wednesday morning. Happy birthday if you're celebrating one today.
Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Did it, Trey, good job.
And good morning, everyone. Another look at the radar. The radar's been busy this morning for sure, and continues to show widespread area, rain showers and storms. Currently, the heaviest storms near Palacios and pushing to the east, moving out of Calhoun County, where they've had some outages of power there, pretty significant with that. More than likely, some flooded roads. I wouldn't be surprised to hear about that for the heavy rain they've had over there for the last couple of hours, as a matter of fact. So I'm sure there's some ponding on the roads. Another big line of storms headed our way, so Victoria, we're in the mix as well with that. But you see the counties there to the west of our area, and B County especially, that's severe thunderstorm watch until 8 a.m. officially. We're looking at the future tracker. Still along the coast will be the best chances to see the storms today, and they're still continuing to track that way. And we'll see some storms in Victoria later on. Maybe a little break coming up by about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but we'll see a redevelopment probably more than likely early tomorrow morning. Again, as the storm, parent storm out west begins to move to the east with time. So, Cuero, cloudy skies today, can't rule out a rain shower or storm. Probably in the afternoon there, some come down from the north. High temperatures in the 80s through near 90. Be careful out there. Victoria, well, dealing with thunderstorms likely throughout the rest of the morning hours, about 12 noon. A little bit of break, partly cloudy skies by the afternoon, highs approaching 90 degrees, especially with a little bit of sun. Extended forecast for us here today, Wednesday, 60% chances, very likely today. We're seeing that happening as we speak. Alert days for today and tomorrow because of March severe weather risk. But it's slowing down the rain chances, but keeping them in 20% through the weekend with highs near 90 degrees.
A new report predicts no signs of relief when it comes to global warming over the next 5 years. The World Meteorological Organization issued the annual report this morning. It predicts global temperatures will reach record or near record levels between now and 2029. The report found a 70% chance average temperatures will exceed 1.5 degrees Celsius above the period before humans began burning large amounts of fossil fuels. It takes the world a step closer to breaching the Paris Climate Agreement. Less than 2 weeks after a car bomb exploded outside a Palm Springs fertility clinic, the practice is reopening in a new location, just across the street from their damaged building. Staff at American Reproductive Centers are getting everything set up to see patients. For now, they're only able to schedule ultrasounds. More complicated procedures will take longer. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. A change for women's health services in Missouri after a new decision from the state's top court. Planned Parenthood halted abortions in Missouri Tuesday after the state Supreme Court ordered a review of a voter-rejected abortion ban. The court said a judge used the wrong standard to allow abortions to resume and must reconsider the case, focusing on possible harms. The state argued Planned Parenthood hadn't proven women were harmed by abortion restrictions. The Justice Department is suing North Carolina. They claim the state's Board of Elections violated the Help America Vote Act by failing to collect and record voters' driver's license numbers or the last 4 digits of their social security numbers, failing to check if people are eligible. The government estimates about 200,000 North Carolinians lack the required documentation. President Donald Trump announced plans to privatize Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, ending 17 years of federal control. The government took over the mortgage giants in 2008 after their part in the housing market crash. Experts say unwinding the conservatorship could be complex, and privatization may lead to higher mortgage rates. The search continues for an ex-police chief who escaped from an Arkansas prison over the weekend. Former Police Chief Grant Hardin walked out of an inmate intake area of the Department of Corrections in Calico Rock around 3:40 p.m. They say he escaped wearing a makeshift outfit designed to mimic a prison guard vest. Hardin pled guilty to both first-degree murder in 2017 and a 1997 rape case a year later. The Texas Senate advanced a bill Tuesday that will expand the conditions eligible for the state's medical marijuana program, including chronic pain and Crohn's disease, and allow for vaporized and aerosol products to be sold by prescription. You can read the story by the Texas Tribune on crossroadstoday.com. And we want to invite y'all to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. And we're seeing that there are at least 1,200 power outages in Port Lavaca and several other power outages along the coast. Trey, what do you have for us forecast-wise?
Exactly. They got hit hard with storms this morning. You continue to see the rainfall there. Excuse me, now we're out of the woods near the line, thin line, but it's a pretty heavy line coming in from the west, moving through Victoria and Calico County within the next 30 to half an hour to maybe over an hour from now, but still the rainfall in our forecast. Be careful out there driving. Do not go in through a road that's covered with water. Turn around, don't drown is a motto to use. This will be the perfect day for that. 60% chances of rain today. Alert day today and tomorrow for the Marshall severe weather risk. But see the percentages beginning to go down toward the day Thursday through the weekend. Highs in the 80s to near 90, lows in the 70s. Be careful out there. Stay weather aware.
Stay weather aware, be safe in the flooding, and be sure to send us your photos to staff@crossroadstoday.com. Thank you for being with us this morning. Join Shauna Dawn, Matt Clovio, and Max today for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10. Have a great Wednesday.